A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, they changed everything you remember about Star Wars. Hello, population, and welcome to Off the Rack. I am Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
The comic book review series where we take the art and the writing and then break it down from those elements and tell you what we thought about it. Today, we decided to go with Star Wars The Force Awakens, Shattered Empire, whatever the hell this title is. It's so many friggin' things. Just for you to say The Force Awakens prequel or something. It's the new Star Wars book from Marvel. Just, number one. It's obviously
it's
everywhere.
just Star Wars Shattered Empire.
Shattered Empire,
and then they just put a little extra thing on it that says is... Like, if you're interested in The Force Awakens, this is going to Splinters of the Mind's Eye and Shadows of the Empire it up for you.
Well, it's also, they threw out everything. So, if you need to have context for what happened before The Force Awakens and after Return of the Jedi, even though if you've been a Star Wars fan for the last 30 years, you don't anymore, it's all different. And the people who are involved in this, including Greg Rucka and artist Marco Cicchetto, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, were given information about what's happening in the future.
Well, they have to. Otherwise, how could you write this story?
Well, exactly, but they gotta,
I'm surprised it isn't coming out after the movie's released. This is interesting. They're playing an interesting game here, because comic book fans are analytical and intelligent, I gotta be honest. Like, if someone's going to figure out something from this as to what is going to actually happen...
Oh, they will. Yeah.
They will.
I already did. I'm
trying really hard. I'm just reading it okay, I'm reading things.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to think about it all that much.
Not even that I didn't figure anything out. It was more like, oh, these characters have the same name as a character that's going to be in the movie coming out. So I guess that's important.
I also bet we find out what happened to 3PO's arm in this.
Yeah.
So this came out in September, October, November, December. Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. So what were our initial thoughts of Shattered Empire #1?
It was a fun book. I didn't expect to like it in the beginning because I thought it was just a retelling of the last fight with the Death Star, and I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was really glad they didn't just show us the battle against the second Death Star from another perspective.
Well,
I mean, they did.
That's what you thought it was going to be? I was like, this is literally going to be like Shadows of the Empire.
Right.
It's called Shattered Empire.
Yeah. No, it literally is just Shadows of the Empire for the post Return of the Jedi.
Right? I was like, that's what this is going to be like.
They indicate that it's going to be about... I mean, the cover... You really don't get any information except for, the cover and some, blurbs about it. But I expected it to be about the main characters, and it's not.
I kind of like that, though. And here's why. If we focus on other characters, that means that what we get in the new movie, while it will be about new characters, we have the opportunity to discover through either extrapolation from what happens in the movie or from direct exposition what happened to our main characters in between. And I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it not being handled with our main characters who we love so well. It being handled in a 4-part miniseries essentially. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. And I think it's an interesting concept to try to gently transition us into okay, we're gonna have some new characters, and why don't we get to know why don't we have this experience where we have our characters but we also have some new ones simultaneously. Let's just give it a try. Let's just get our feet wet if you want to. I kind of like that.
How did Greg Rucka do as far as writing goes?
Well, really well. I think that all the characters sounded like themselves, especially the ones that we know, but just making characters that are genuine, that are three-dimensional. Yeah. It did a very nice job.
I really liked the battle chatter. I thought he did a really good job with that. I was there. Mentally, in the space battle with, all the call signs. I thought that was really well done.
It is hectic.
I thought it was a little more interesting than the original, as far as the battle chatter goes.
Oh, well,
the battle chatter is actually a little bit more in-depth than the battle chatter.
Well, because you can do that here, because you have the opportunity to read it as opposed to everybody's talking all at once.
Yeah,
but, it had the same feel, I felt like.
I agree. Yeah, that's fair.
Hectic in a good way. That's the chaos of battle.
Right.
It really put you in it.
Yeah. And, of course, introduce you to some characters that are going to be throughout the whole series in, a fun and interesting way.
And I also kind of like...
Except for Red 6. Right. Or Green 6.
Yeah, fuck Green 6.
I also liked the story treatment or the dialogue treatment that they used when they're in the hangar in the battle.
Oh yeah,
aftermath.
give you an idea of what the general
the excitement, the sadness, all at the same time. Because at the end of Jedi, like, there's just this feeling of, like, hope and happiness and, like, yay, we won.
Yeah.
But then if you think about it for even a split second, you're like, yeah, but, like, not everybody made it.
Right.
And you know it's not really the end of the Empire. Like, you don't just kill...
The Death Star.
And be like, yeah, it's over.
Except you do. George Lucas says you could just do that.
Whatever. Oh, yeah, no, it's not all, like, Ewok celebrations and like, Stormtrooper drums.
With that, I liked the blend of actual movie dialogue and the new dialogue in this. Like, you had Admiral Akbar and Lando's directions juxtaposed with the new characters' reactions, and I was like, oh, that's fun! Look at what that guy's doing when Akbar says that. Well, look at you. You're probably going to die. Oh, you didn't. All right. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the art for this book? Because I thought it was great.
I did too. I really, really liked it. Like, it's interesting. They did a pretty good job capturing our characters that we know and love, but also, like, really did a nice job handling the new characters. She's really detailed, which I thought was interesting.
She is very specific.
They create a very specific character.
She looked the best in the entire book.
Well, because she's created.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he can make her whatever he wants. Well, I bet not.
No.
Okay.
No, because it's Poe Dameron is a guy in the movie.
Yeah. That's probably where Poe Dameron was.
Yeah, I think he was conceived
on,
at the back, like on Endor.
on the forest moon of Endor.
It's kind of fun.
In an Ewok
Which
hut.
is cool, but yeah, that's the weird part.
Yeah.
In an Ewok hut? Alright, first off, we're just gonna take you home, and we're gonna bang in it for a night. Excuse me, get out. So that's weird, but what if they're dead? What if they're like, no, we can use this hut because they died?
Yeah.
That's also weird.
Yeah, because Nick Tuck over there fucking got squished by a dad.
Well, maybe it's just like a storage hut.
Yeah, right?
We're gonna
Except
bang
they're
on top
letting
of your supplies.
Which, by the way, your Ewoks. Your supplies are like mud, sticks, and like berries.
They gotta eat,
They got
berries.
They've got nets.
Yeah, they
and
have
rock hammers.
right, but like
and rock
you're not going to keep them all in one hut.
And they clearly also like kill animals for pelts because they have leather.
They do have leather, and they do wear like the bones of their fallen enemies.
Yeah, Ewoks are kind of cool.
Anyway, I thought it was a fun story. Ended far too quickly for me. And
yeah,
so
right? This was really short.
Yeah. It
right?
felt very short.
Well, it's like we didn't even get up to the climax yet.
Huh.
Well,
maybe.
Aside from...
Maybe Dameron did. Anyway, if you want to know what the hell's happening in Star Wars, and you want to...
Whoa, hang on. We didn't talk about one of my favorite parts of this book.
Oh, what's that?
The cover by Phil Noto.
Oh, Phil Noto's... By the way, Phil Noto's doing the covers.
It's amazing. They got Lando doing his little...
He's literally doing his stupid clap where he's not paying attention that they're ending the movie. Hopefully we see different images. Like, this is the last image. And I think that it's deliberate that Noto chose this, like, happy, like, ending for Star Wars.
Sorry. I was going to point out the fact that I love that they addressed the how Luke got away from the Death Star.
Yes!
Without getting shot.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, it's another shuttle, get him! Oh!
Yeah.
Wait! Well, because he communicated with, I guess, Akbar.
Oh, he
also
was using the Force, too.
Yeah.
Screw up.
Their ability
targeting.
to destroy him. Yeah,
I was like,
cool.
That's awesome.
Don't shoot me down, please.
Like, how would an Imperial shuttle just get away?
Yeah, and land in the Rebel base.
Right? Yeah.
A bunch of them had to have been trying to escape.
Oh yeah. A lot of
Everything
stormtroopers
was
going
trying.
like, fuck this. I'm so surprised. Yeah, this is awesome.
So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, nice little ways to without overtly Lucas-y
explain things. Like, just like, oh, and like, here's a little nugget.
Yeah, just for you.
You know what's interesting also is that no Imperial stormtroopers or anyone from the Empire
was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I was like, no, I give up, I surrender, I'm joining the rebels now.
Yeah, exactly.
You do not see that at all.
No.
The Empire is still being villainized, and I think that's because of the upcoming movie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're being villainized. Like, I think, and like, because at the end, like, when they're going off, I think literally it's because there's no communication.
Yeah.
So they're just like, well, I mean, like...
Yeah, all the Star Destroyers are destroyed, there's no Death Star, there's literally no way to hear from the High Command.
Yeah,
like,
so
what
they're
to do
just
next.
like, no, we gotta kill these guys.
Yeah, you just trench in and...
Because, like, here's the thing.
But the people on the Death Star...
Oh, they're all dead.
And the people on the Death Star are just like, okay, so, I mean, I'll get away, but, like... It's not like all the Imperial Army and Navy is on the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's just a portion of it.
Yeah, they run the galaxy. There's tens of thousands of them.
Okay, so maybe a handful of stormtroopers see Vader being dragged through the hangar, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else has no idea that Vader and the Emperor are dead, right?
For me, I'm shocked that no stormtroopers were like, hey, Luke, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Captain Nita was my uncle.
Yeah.
leave. Yeah, none of that?
No.
They're just leaving?
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah.
Like, what if he wasn't dead?
No.
No, if
Son.
if anyone tried to punch
need
Vader
this.
in the
Yeah.
face, Luke would have, like, flung them away.
I think Luke would have been like, what the heck? Yeah, alright, fair enough.
It's my dad!
You
No!
did destroy Alderaan. The
No,
whole
well, I
planet.
mean, Tarkin destroyed
Yeah,
Alderaan.
technically, he had the magic ability of the Force. He could have stopped Tarkin from blowing up Alderaan.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Whenever we get on the topic of Star Wars, we just go completely off the rails.
I know. You know, we never really get on the topic of Star Wars with you, me, and Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That
Which is
never
surprising.
happens.
No, it's true. Well, anyway, we'll
Better.
see you guys next time in an all-new episode of Off the Rack. Please pick this up if you want to know more about what's happening.
Oh, yeah, we
You were,
recommend
like,
this book, right?
Super Italian there for a second.
I know. We're playing Mario Maker, so I'm very, like, Mario-oriented. Anyway, pick this book up in the description box down below if you want to get it digitally or in your friendly local comic book store. See you guys next time with an all-new episode of Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
See you next time.
Maybe they're
I know people
angry
don't agree
little
with that.
fuckers.
Oh, they are. Oh, no, Ewoks are deadly. That's the only planet
Deadly
that-
adorable.
That's the only planet that the Predators don't go to.
Yeah, it's because the Ewoks are there.
Because you can't see them on the heat sensors. The Predators call them the soulless ones.
Wait, what?